What's up, YouTube? My name is Joe. This is the Joe Knows Stock Show, where I'm going to bring you everything related to the stock market, what I'm doing in the stock market, what I'm investing in, what I'm trading in. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been trading on and off for about 6 years now, and I believe that I've come to a point in my trading that I have really learned and mastered a system that is working for me. Now, what works for me may not work for you, but maybe I can help you build some confidence because in trading, what you will need is confidence, patience, and diligence. You will have to diligently work at learning how to trade. How does the stock market move? How to learn how to read the charts. The money is in the charts. Okay. So I'm not here to sell you a pipe dream. Okay, there's a lot of people on YouTube that are just selling pipe dreams that can tell you 7 to 10 ways to get rich, but I'm here to tell you that that is a lie. Okay, there is no 7 to 10 ways to get rich and 8 ways to Sunday. It's just simply not true. But if you learn a strategy and a system and be patient and diligent and confident in what you're doing, you can build wealth over time. Because let me tell you something else. I may get in trouble for making this comment, but the stock market is rigged. Did you know that? It's not designed for you and I. It's designed for smart money. It's designed for Wall Street, but they want your money. They need you to play so they can make money. But guess what? Did you know that you can play the same game that they play and follow what they do? And you could become wealthy over time. But it's little by little, it's small increments. But what does the old saying say? If you plan to fail, you fail to plan. Okay? Listen, I don't have all of the answers, I don't have a crystal ball, but I've learned the charts. I've learned how to study the charts. It takes time. That's where the diligence comes into play. I want to help you. You say, well, why do you want to help me? Because that's who I am. You see, there's people out there who are takers and there's people out there who are givers. And not to get super spiritual on you, but the Bible says that it's better to give than to receive. And I believe that. I believe that if you give back, then you will get what you give, right? In life, you get what you give, right? Whatever you put into something, you get out of it. I love charting. I love teaching charting. I want to help you. Maybe you can help me. This is how you can help me. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Share this video. I'm from the southern part of the United States and I want to help people in my region, right? There's a lot of people on YouTube that are teaching this, but it's not as many as you think. I've done the research on it. It's not even in the millions. It's in the couple hundred thousands, but we have 400 million people in the United States. And only 2 million of those people, maybe a little bit more, are retail investors. They're not investing in Wall Street, working on Wall Street, Chicago Wall Street. They're not it hasn't really developed into where more retail investors can come in. Right now is the time. Let me tell you something. AI's been around for a long time, but this year specifically, I have seen AI take off. And guess what? AI is coming for our jobs. If you don't have a trade, I'm an electrician by trade. I've been doing electrical work for almost 30 years now. I have a small electrical company. I've been in business for 15 years now. And I don't plan to leave that trade because that trade will feed me for a lifetime. But I want to build wealth for my kid. I want to build wealth for my family. I want to leave wealth. Whether I leave it to my family or my kid, I want to leave it for generations to come, because helping people to me is the most satisfying thing that you can do in life. And I want to teach you what I've learned because I believe giving back is ultimately the ultimate gift. And so with that being said, this is not a suggestion for what you should buy, sell, or hold. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I want to teach you what I've learned. And so tonight, I wanted to bring a couple of stocks to you that a couple in particular that I got into this week, couple in my retirement account, and one is in my trading account. I trade, I scalp, I swing trade, I long-term invest. And so tonight, I want to bring this to you. So with that being said, let me show you and get into this chart. So what are we looking at? We're looking at Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN. Okay. What do I love about Amazon? Everybody uses Amazon. And let me tell you something. Amazon is at a steal right now because you actually could have got this somewhere around $2.16 the last week. Amazon had a small sell-off. It was a little bit of profit taking, but I think more or less it was because Amazon had an issue with a lawsuit. And so you could look up those details and see. But what I want to show you is what I'm seeing in the charts. And so let's get right into it. So we're looking at a daily chart, okay? And we're looking at this right here, okay? So all of this right here is accumulation. You had this low, you had this higher high. We had consolidated right here, made a low, and it shot back up and made a high, and then we gapped down, but we made a higher low, which is a good thing. And then we found this level of support right here, $2.12 roughly. And then we came back up, we made a lower high, but we made a higher low. Higher lows are great because that means that the stock is holding that support level, and that's what you need to see. And so then we came up, we made a high, we made a lower high, and then we were trading within this pennant. And Amazon was looking real good. And then they had that situation with this lawsuit that they were dealing with, but that's all been resolved. But that's how the market freaks out, and so people tend to be fearful, and then they sell because the stock market's crashing. I've been hearing the stock market's crashing for the last 5 years. Has it crashed? Have we had more or less? It's a correction than a crash. And so there's another saying: when there's blood in the streets, it's time to eat. You see, I'm an investor that when there's blood in the streets, I'm buying. I'm buying when everybody's selling. Why? Because it's a perfect buying opportunity. And I want to get things at a good price so that way I can sell it at a higher price. And so right here, as you see, when we had this sell-off, where did we come? We actually held support, which was resistance at one point back here in 2025, June to be specific, that became support. And now we've been holding this support of $216.39. And so as you see right here, yeah, you could call this a little bear flag, which, Amazon could see more downside. I am currently in a contract right now. If you don't know about option contracts, they are a great way to build wealth. I will make more videos for beginners because I feel like there's a lot of videos out there teaching option contracts for dummies, options for beginners, but they don't really go into detail to really show you, because if you buy options and you don't know anything about options, you can lose your shirt. Yeah, you'll get a haircut real quick. So that's another video for another time. I really like Amazon. I'm in some leaps right now. I'm long Amazon. This is a long-term hold for me. I think Amazon's going to be a 300 plus stock. I don't have a crystal ball. We need to get past this level of resistance right here, which is 242, 243-ish. Hold that as support. And like I said, I'm long. I am long Amazon right now. Another thing I like about Amazon, this is the RSI, right? So last week, we had a double bottom on this RSI. It came up. it touched this signal line right here, right? And it came back down and it hit the 39 percentile, and then it went back up and hit the signal line again, and it came back up and it hit a little bit higher than the around 41 percentile. And what does that mean? That means the RSI is making higher highs and higher lows, same as the charts. And so the money is in the charts. Okay. Another thing I like about Amazon, on Friday, we had just consolidated right here. This is a 4-hour chart. I like this consolidation right here because this tells me this is what's called building a base. There's a base that's being built. Surely Amazon could come down a little bit more, but I'm not too concerned about it because if it comes down more, I'll just buy more, right? So the other plays that I want to bring to you. So this recording right here is recorded on a Mac desktop. I love Apple. I have all Apple products. Now, with that being said, I think Apple is behind the game a little bit on their technology. I think that their phones need to be more AI geared. However, they're still a good company. They have a lot of longevity and they have a lot of money. And so when you have a company that has a lot of money, liquid money, that is a good telltale sign that this company is not going anywhere and they are somewhere in the billions. And so what I like about Apple, is this daily chart right here. This is what's called a bull pennant flag. And the projected move on this is somewhere around 292. That's another thing. You have to have a plan. You have to have a strategic plan, a take profit plan, and you also have to have an entry. Everything about stocks that I can tell you from my mistakes and what I've made mistakes and lost money on is my entries and exits. I either entered at the wrong price and then sold and panic sold, or I entered at the right price, but I panic sold because the price was coming down and I freaked out like, somebody who is just fearful. Because what do we do in America? We buy things on fear. Everything is geared around fear. Don't have fear. Leave the fear at the door. Read the charts because the money is in the charts. And so one other play that I'll bring to you that I really like. Now, this is going to take a little bit long to materialize, but if look, this stock right here is at $14.82. Support is around $12.62. And this is Bull, right? Webull Corporation. This is the platform that I use to invest and trade. And if you're having problems with a platform, I'll be making some more videos later on down the line to show you how I use Webull. And I'm also going to be offering some live trading so you can see what I do live in the market. I trade Monday through Friday. I trade in the mornings and I trade some in the afternoon. And so I'm going to bring a couple of days to you, potentially maybe this week. So if you like this video, listen, if you're already trading and investing, go look at these stocks. Go see what I'm talking about. Go do your own due diligence. Don't take my word for it. Remember, this is not a suggestion for what you should buy, sell, or hold. This is for educational purposes and to help you become a more, better, profitable trader. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you. I appreciate you and have a good rest of your weekend. And I will talk to you all later.